6 military projects from World War II that will leave you horrified. German experiments. Germans had taken part on many brutal experiments that were attempted on the prisoners. These thousands of experiments were crazy enough, and most experiments revolved around 3 targets. This included survival medicines and treatment and progressive ideological ideas. Their concentration camps were almost filled with these experiments on the prisoners. The prisoners were exposed to contagious diseases and then were tested with new immunization compounds and antibodies. Executing the Loch Ness Monster. The German minister Joseph Goebbels attempted to finish off the Loch Ness Monster in the year 1940. During the German battle, his intention wasn't to execution this monster but was among one of the weirdest things that the Germans had attempted to do. This monster was considered as one of the mysteries of the world since 1933. During that time, it was reported that a monster had migrated from Loch Ness in Scotland. The parachute experiment. A secret mission from World War II went wrong, and the aircraft crashed. This aircraft was later found in the village called Ballykelly, England. It was named Beaufort 271, and the tragic incident occurred in April 1942. They gathered all the scattered pieces after the 3 men on board were executed. The collection took place to prevent classified equipment from accidentally meeting with the enemies. It was tested with the help of a dummy with a parachute, but the test failed when the parachute deployed instantly outside the plane. It wrapped itself around the tail, which led to the crash. Operation Fortitude South. This was said to be one of the most important operations during the entire battle. This mission targeted the liberation of Eastern Europe. Operation Fortitude South was reportedly aimed at deception, where the Allies misled the German High Command. They convinced them by saying that they would be landing their troops in Pas-de-Calais after they had passed over. When they were actually planning to land on Normandy and had about 133,000 soldiers tagging along with them, the Germans then diverted many of their forces away to Greece. This D-Day no doubt aided to change the history as we all know it. Operation Downfall and Operation Kyushu. No matter how horrifying it was, D-Day would have been worse if Americans would have planned to overtake Japan by force. Obviously, the bloodbath during this battle would have been uncountable. Operation Downfall was named for the proposed invasion of Japan. The Americans were in need of using the island of Okinawa as a staging area, and they even had plans to take up this island in 1945. The Ghost Army. This army was said to have been used in World War II to mislead the enemy soldiers using inflatable tanks. They used sound effects, loudspeakers and other items they could use to follow this trick. This ghost army never engaged in the enemy, yet they were around 1,100 American artists, engineers and designers. They wished to win the battle by confusing the Germans with staging realistic battle equipment. They also created fake radio chatter and stimulated force 30 times more than the actual number. This operation took place within a quarter-mile of enemy lines, and they always managed to make their way, U.S. Army reported. Rarely there has ever been a group of such few men who had such a great influence on an outcome for a major military campaign. The Ghost Army got activated from D-Day and survived till the Battle of Bulge. They participated in over 20 missions and aided in saving thousands of lives.